Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet Deadlocked. Last time, Ratchet, Clank, and Big Al were kidnapped from the Starship Phoenix and brought to the Dreadzone station, where Ratchet is now being forced to participate in the Dreadzone competition. So, we've got ourselves a new armor set, some new robot buddies, and no Clank on my back, so I have no gliding ability. I am highly upset. So, without further ado, let's go and do our first challenge, which pretty much needs to be done, otherwise this thing will constantly start yelling at us to go and do the challenge, which is something I find that this game is very annoying with. I get it! I have to go! Stop annoying me!
Greetings, hero or heroine. We thank you for choosing Vox Airways for your traveling needs. We do hope you have a pleasant flight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our in-flight entertainment, courtesy of the Vox Network.
Something you should know. I'm not a real tyrannoid.
Will you lose your lunch if you have to watch one more reality dating show? Is your blogs gone wild, video scratched from overuse? Then it's time to turn that dial to something a little more dangerous. Time for some real action. It's time to blow it up! That's right, it's time for Dreadzone, the galaxy's #1 uncensored, unethical, and completely underground combat sport. Blasting straight at you, live from the Battle Dome. And now, on pay-per-view, watch as Ratchet and Clank take on Ace Hardlight and the Exterminators. They saved the galaxy 3 times over, but how long can they survive in the zone? Catch it live, right here, on Vox.
Well, Vox seems to know who we are.
Oh, and that is it for Mobius Man, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Eviscerator's 4th victim already this season. Next up, we have, let's see here, Ratchet? Yeah, I never heard of him. Well, he's probably just intermission material, folks, but don't worry, we have Grey Thunder and Hydro Girl coming up later, so stay tuned to Dreadzone. Well, here he is. He's a little guy, isn't he? Well, don't bother getting up for drinks, folks. This guy won't last 2 rounds.
We'll see.
Now I can't let Ratchet down, otherwise I make that cutscene scene redundant.
Dreadzone fans, this is it. Let's introduce our first contestant. He's a Lombax. He spent time in prison. He hates candy and children. Let's hear it for Ratchet and Team Darkstar.
Alright, so, got some balls. Already, we got our first skill point, and already you might have noticed something about those skill points. For one, I actually ended up, getting money for it. Yes, this game actually modified the skill point system. I'll explain more of that when I'm done with the challenge.
I didn't calibrate that bot correctly. Go ahead and press the down directional button to initiate the auto repair sequence. You can do this anytime a bot becomes too damaged to continue.
Yep, and that's a very helpful thing. So, yeah, I'll explain the skill point system later. Right, so let's take out the magma cannon. And let us get over this way. And, nope, we got some Dreadzone people. Bang. Now, our magma cannon is pretty much the shotgun of this game, and I have to say, I actually rather enjoy the magma cannon. It's one of my favorite weapons in this game. Not my favorite weapon, as if anyone's seen the sewer crystal video I did for Ratchet and Clank 3, then you'll know what my favorite weapon is in this game. But for right now, let's go across the platforms. I am so glad I'm doing this with Ratchet and Clank 3 controls because, ow, I ended up doing a practice file with this earlier. That's why I had that other file there. And that file is still in lock and strafe mode. So, yeah. You try learning lock and strafe mode, and Merc and Green keep on trying to hit me. Alright, so, now, one good thing also that happens is enemies will actually drop ammo containers for you in case you run out. I don't know if this applies in lower difficulties, but the fact that it applies in this difficulty is a godsend for me. Thank goodness. I love this. Whoop, whoop. Right, now let's wait for them. Get over here. These things are bad. So, we got the Protector for 200 bolts this time. And Merc and Green are still shooting that thing up. Right, going forward, and looks like we've got a Bolt Crank.
Ratchet, keep moving and jumping side to side to avoid incoming fire. The Dreadzone bots have heavy firepower, but they are not good at hitting moving targets.
Well, that's interesting. They're not good at hitting moving targets. It seems like a terrible thing. Oh, jeez. Now, that's actually interesting. If you're not in lock and strafe mode, oh, jeez. Nope. Change it. Change it. One more hit and I'm dead. No. No. No, no, no. That's not good. You gotta watch out. These enemies are tough.
Dreadzone challenges sometimes use bolt cranks to activate devices or lower force fields. But be careful, Ratchet. The bolt cranks may trigger incoming waves of enemies.
Well, isn't that just great? Yep, pretty much in this game we have our bolt cranks that may end up triggering enemies, but there's actually something that we'll be using, not in this mission, but in a later mission that makes bolt cranks a little bit easier. And I won't say it for right now because I'm obviously not going to be showing it off until a bit. But I said before that Merc and Green have other commands on the D-pad. You're going to be seeing one of those situational ones right here.
The shields on that turret are impenetrable. You will have to use an EMP to take them down.
Yes, so we have our EMP. Our bots can throw out an EMP, and you'll know what it does when the EMP is no longer active because you'll hear beeping. The thing will start to beep. You can throw out an EMP as many times as you want. It will completely stop the enemies in their tracks. And there we go.
Excellent work, Ratchet. Now that you have survived the qualification course, you will be allowed to join us back at our containment area.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, in these missions, when you die, most of the time, you have to start from the beginning and start them all over. It's something I hate, and it's why I mentioned in the last episode, checkpointing in this game can be kind of mean sometimes. So, we got 3 skill points out of 15, and since I'm going back to the containment area, I'm going to be explaining skill points now. But we've unlocked Catacrom 4. Meanwhile, on Moron Mountain...
Let's keep this quick, Vox.
Oh, well, far be it from me to keep the superstar exterminator from his busy social schedule. I just have one question for you.
Okay, shoot.
Would you like to buy an Ace Hardlight video game? How about an Ace Hardlight lunchbox? Action figures, movie rights, collectible trading cards? Ace Hardlight is the perfectly manufactured celebrity, straight from the presses of the Gleeman Vox Media empire. So tell me, why is it that I can't give this stuff away?
Well,
Don't answer that. Let me take a wild guess. It's because my fans can't stand Ace Hardlight! He's a pompous with the charisma of blogging nut cheese!
so what are you saying, exactly?
Zip it, Wonder Boy! The little Billies and Susies of the world are spending 1 trillion bolts a day on worthless swag, and I'm completely cut out of the market! Either you start selling this junk, or I'll find someone who will! Now get out of my sight!
Well, looks like Vox isn't selling as much as he'd want to. But that's with the first challenge completed, which means something new unlocked on Catacrom 4, which might appear if I get closer. There it is.
This is the interplanetary transport. It will take you to Dreadzone battle courses on other planets. It travels on a planned course. Any tampering with the nav computer causes the ship to explode.
So yes, we have our transport for other planets, in this case being Catacrom 4. But I said I was going to be explaining skill points. So let's go down into the extras and you can see the skill points. Now, skill points in this game are set differently. They are set on different tiers, as you can see, based on how many bolts they're worth. This is the first time in the Ratchet & Clank series that we're actually going to be having multiple skill points for it, and also the first time that they will actually tell you how to unlock said skill points. For example, we got Get Some Balls, destroy 5 blade balls in 15 seconds. That was rather easy. A Projector. Kill 5 tremors with the magma cannon in 20 seconds. That was also easy. And Eagle Eye. Complete any challenge with an accuracy of above 75%. Your accuracy is measured by how many times you miss with the weapon. So if you're shit at accuracy, you're going to, not get that one. As a result, because you end up getting bolts for it, certain ones are worth more than others, and as a result, they are harder. But not only that, we have skill point sets for every single planet. Now, I don't think, since I haven't gone to Catacrom 4, I can't go to other planets. No, because normally there's a list that would be right here that would allow you to switch to things, but it won't let you for right now. Generally, I believe each and every single planet has 15 skill points, so you have a large amount of them, but skill points aren't the main thing that you unlock in this game, no. The thing to really go after in this game is the ever so fun gladiator cards. So, boy, gladiator cards pretty much can be summarized as being the trophies of this game, like how the trophies were in the last game. You have to do certain challenges or complete certain criteria to unlock them. The hardest one of them is Vox's pet, which requires you to get pretty much everything. Vox's pet is actually named Slugga, and believe it or not, is actually voiced by Leslie Carrara, who also is Commander Sasha's voice actress. Rather interesting how the little slug's voiced by someone, but oh boy, I'm not going for the gladiator cards. The gladiator cards are ridiculous. I may unlock one or two by accident, but don't expect me to go after them all. Now, I have a certain amount of bolts, so I'm actually going to go and buy the first Omega mod. That's going to be the Acid mod, because I'd rather like that. Now, there's one more point system that is inside this game, and I will explain that in a bit after I buy the Acid mod. So, manage mods from your weapon menu. So let us go to weapons, and let us add on the Acid.
Weapon until you change it or take it off. Use it wisely.
So there we go. Now we have Omega mods on these two weapons, and they are both Acid mods. You can use Omega mods as many times as you want, as I said before. So that's always a good plus for it. But now, normally we can go just, you know, straight to Catacrom 4, but I think I should be able to go back to the Battle Dome and get to a few other missions that actually exist right here. Unless, of course, they ended up barring it off for Catacrom 4. Now, I believe Clank might give us some exposition on this as well. Alright, no, he doesn't. So, you can see that we have Dread challenges. Dread challenges are used to get Dread points as well as bolts. You can see that we can have a certain amount of points right there and how many bolts we get. Dread points are used to what we need to unlock other challenges as well as matches against the Exterminators later on. You might notice our rank is Marauder, and we might notice also a medal section. You also have to get a certain amount of medals inside the game in order to unlock later challenges and more planets. Usually the main thing that is on a planet the first time you go there will be a Dreadzone campaign and will give you that medal for that rank. As you can see, there are 4 different ranks right here, and by the end of it, we're going to be getting every single medal because, you know, you have to. Now, Dread challenges, you don't have to do them. You can do them if you're short on points. I'm going to be doing these ones because they're a lot easier and it makes life a lot easier for me. So we're going to start with the Grist of the Mill. This is the standard weed out regime for beginning gladiators. Footage from this challenge ends up on blooper reels during the prestigious 2 a.m. time slot. Interesting, to say the least. So, here we are with our new one and our Acid mod, as I said before. And we've got Fiver, which I believe was for using the Acid mod on it. And Skillful, I have no idea what that one was for. Alright, and you might notice that we have 2 of our, you know, people commenting over our challenges that were actually explained earlier on. I'll explain who they are once I finish this challenge, because it's actually rather interesting for their voice actor and voice actress.
Enemies automatically upgrade your Dreadzone weaponry and improves your maximum nanotech level.
Yep, so our nanotech increased, and we still have the, you know, screen nuke as always.
Fighting over a breakfast burrito, and the rest is history.
So that's Dreadzone's glorious history. 2 people fighting over breakfast burrito. I completely forgot those guys actually had shockwave attack with that. No, I will not. You cannot make me. Then I have to start over, and I don't want to do that. That's annoying. This is also a good challenge in the beginning to start off by upgrading your weapons. Now, you might notice that there is a little meter in the middle of the D-pad. That is for a special attack that Merc and Green can do once that meter fills up, and believe me, that thing is amazing. It's sort of an area of effect, not a screen nuke, because it has a chance of missing enemies. It's extremely powerful, very versatile, and I love it. So, there we go, challenge complete, and as a result, we ended up getting Bolt and 1,500 Dread points. And as a result, we can also do the Big Sleep. Now, going on for voice actors, the one who was voicing over the last mission was Dallas Wanamaker. Dallas Wanamaker is one of two, I guess, how would I describe them? I guess announcers. You know how they would have in like wrestling matches. That will be in every single challenge in this game. I honestly think that they have more lines in this game than Ratchet does, which is saying something. Now, Darren Norris, I already screwed that up, my mistake. Dallas Wanamaker is voiced by Darren Norris. Darren Norris has done quite a bit of things, and actually, I think one of his more famous roles that a lot of people would know is Cosmo. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, oh, Cosmo from the Fairly OddParents, so is it, the old Cosmo voice from the Season 0 that everyone loves, or the new one? In the past, I believed that they had changed voice actors. I was wrong, and I am clearly wrong on that, and I apologize for it. The thing is, Darren Norris has been voicing Cosmo since the beginning, since Fairly OddParents started on Oh Yeah Cartoons. I guess probably what ended up happening was the studio wanted him to change his inflection on it to make it sound a bit dumber. But not only that, Darren Norris has done a lot of video games, and I mean a lot of video games. He's a rather famous person when it comes to that, and he's done, I believe he's a couple of people inside of the Naruto universe, bringing up Naruto because it just recently ended. But that's not the only person who commentates over our challenges throughout the game. The other one is going to be Juanita, as, Dallas will end up saying. Juanita is voiced by Nika Futterman. Nika Futterman voices actually a lot of characters in this game. One thing to also note is actually there will be voice clips from Courtney Gears in this game. Courtney Gears had her voice actress change. It's no longer Melissa Disney. It is actually Nika Futterman inside this game. And only this game. I believe Courtney Gears, the song at least for her Destroy All Squishies or whatever it was song from the last game appears in a later Ratchet and Clank game. But Nika Futterman voices a lot of characters in this one. A more recent character that she actually is going to be voicing is Styx the Badger from the new Sonic Boom series, which by the time of this recording, the cartoon should be out, and I've actually seen it, and I think it's hilarious. So those are pretty much two of our mainstay voice actors and voice actress, respectively. So let's go on to another challenge, the Big Sleep, and then I'm going to end the video because usually doing challenges on other planets takes a while. So let's go on to the Big Sleep, which is pretty much, remember the sleeper gas rounds from Ratchet and Clank 3 and Annihilation Nation? This is them. This is literally just them.
Silent but deadly.
Oh, please, open a window.
Don't get excited, Juanita. I'm talking about the gas round, where Ratchet must defeat all the enemies before the toxic fumes snuff him out.
Which makes me wonder, why am I getting toxic fumes through a mask?
Well,
Now this challenge is generally a lot more difficult early on because you have low nanotech, but it's not too difficult. This is why they give you more, I should say, dread points than other ones, because, this is generally a harder mission than the other one that we just did. Right, so keep shooting. Ow. Oh wow, I'm almost dead.
oh, this is more fun than a busload of cheerleaders.
You'll also notice that, Dallas has some pretty interesting voice clips inside this game. This game is a lot more, I wouldn't really say as mature. I would really say as does not care. Ankle biters. Okay, that's for killing enough of those stupid things. But since my nanotech increased, I should be fine now. And we have our first level up, which is our dual Vipers with a speed mod. This increases the rate of fire for it.
You use them, which allows them to be upgraded. Upgraded weapons not only do more damage, but can be modified.
Like I said before. Alright, so that completes the 2 Dread challenges that we have right now for the Dread Station. And as a result, we have quite a few of the, I think, regular achievements, actually. So let's actually, regular skill points, actually. So let's actually see. Can't touch this. Complete any challenge without taking damage. That one I could actually do real quick. Complete the challenge. We don't have that unlocked. Blow up 15 barrels. Don't have that unlocked. Kill 5 swarmers in one shot. We haven't met swarmers. We don't have a fusion rifle. We don't have that. We don't have that. And we don't have that. So we actually have most of the things for right now. But anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be taking on our first Dreadzone campaign on Catacrom 4. So, I'll see you guys then.